or berry sauce. Hint of reality, now that's food for thought. A fool that bought the perception of everything he bought. Let he who taught, no longer taught but teach. Brush your teeth, let he who stole clean the meat.
Right, what's good, people? It's your favourite white boy, J Fresh here. I'm here with an artist who is Yam.
Your
young,
African boy.
ambitious and motivated African boy in the building. What's happening, fam?
I'm easy, bruv. Yes, man.
You know what? This has been long overdue. We're supposed to catch up around the time I hit him up.
Yeah. That's true. Southampton sides. Don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
man.
you've been busy out there.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, it's all about the Yam. It's all about the Yam.
Young,
right,
ambitious,
it's so important.
and motivated. Definitely.
Exactly. And what kind of qualities do you need in order to be young, ambitious, and motivated?
Oh man, you need to
Help
have willpower. You know, yam, the vegetable grows underground, so you know you start everything you do roots. It's a root vegetable for that matter. So you got to keep true to your roots. Aspire to reach the sun. You got to be resilient. You got to learn to say no. You know, you got to learn to say yes. That's it, really. It's too much information.
But what kind of people are out there at the moment that are motivating you, that are inspiring you?
Oh man, Kano's motivating me right now, inspiring me because, you know, when I first started making music, it was people like them that used to go on pirate radio that I would be dubbing and, you know, recording on cassette and trying to imitate and things like that. So to see his independent grind, you know, to have be able to have a friendship with the brother and to see him have success with Made in a Manor, you know what I mean, and just to kind of understand his story and his struggle. And again, it all leads down to the passion, you know, why you do it. You know, it's not about, is it about the fame? Are you writing the lyrics because you just want to see how good you can be in life, or is it to get to here? And it's just always inspiring to see someone who has had longevity in the game.
He's been in the game for a hot minute right now.
Yeah.
And he's achieved a success, and the humble nature is still there, still grinding, still looking for the next goal, the next project.
That's it, you know. And he has this lyric on his Fire in the Booth, which really resonated to me.
One take as well.
Was I might not be the most famed, but they still put me in a hole. And sometimes I look at myself like that, like raw, you know, like for example, an Afrobeat scene is now spiraling now, and people are like, yo, African boy, where you been and whatnot. But I know what I've done for my spectrum of the game and kind of introducing my lane. And sometimes, you know, again, it's not for the fame. You're doing it for your legacy.
Now I want to put a really important question to you now, because I've seen it online, I've seen it on the blogs, I've seen it in the interviews. People have described you as a hip hop artist. Other people described you as a grime artist. Other people as the new wave of the Afrobeat sound. So for you, clarification, make it real clear right here. The music you put, where would you position yourself?
I'm not in the Afrobeat scene. I've said this like 3 times already this week because I was getting asked this question, so I'm just gonna say I'm not in the Afrobeat scene. So if you come to see African Boy live, J Fresh, you're gonna understand that raw. I might be dressed like Stormzy right now in a red Adidas tracksuit, but his stage show and the totality of what I bring, it's apart from what Stormzy brings. You come, you look at Fuse ODG, and by Fuse ODG I mean representing the Afrobeat spectrum,
the full sound,
right? Yeah. You'd be like, no, that's nothing to do with African Boy. Do you know what I mean? So my lane is just trying to be as diverse as possible. And, you know, I don't box myself in and say I can only do grime. Because if I thought that, I wouldn't have collaborated with MIA.
Exactly.
Who was, I don't know who the hell she was. Like, you know, in my little 15, 16-year-old grime state of mind. But I stepped out of that. And then I went into Pandora's box of a whole new world. And I was like, oh, my word. Like, there's so many different kinds of music that can, you know, put you on a stage and get people
and
to
inspire you as well.
Inspire you. So, what I would say, if you want to know where I stand, come see me live.
Well, this leads nicely into the tour.
Yeah.
Multiple dates.
Yes.
All over the UK.
Yes, very thankful.
I mean, I believe you've got some tricks in store for the live shows.
Yes, man. I mean, been building up for this live show for such a long time, and for me, what's kept me active in the game for 10 years plus has been performing live, not necessarily releasing albums and mixtapes. It's been the exercise of performing to a crowd in Onzin, some town in France that don't know who the fuck I am. They don't even know what I'm saying. And it's that deep. And then I've got to communicate. They connect and they're interested. That's it. But you've got to build the interest. You've got to take it to them, skim the fat. And I'm so happy that you guys have come to see me in my headline tour, because now I can really show you the full variety of my sound. I can show you the experience. We can have interaction. I love dialogue, you know. See my shows? The house lights on. I cut the music.
Interaction.
And I'm just interaction. That's what I live for, to do a stage show. It's, yo, how's the people doing? Tell me about your day. I'll tell you about my day. Let's make some music. Let's, you know, be one with the process.
I mean, you put it out there as that's going to be a vibe.
And bring your little carrier bags as well. We're going to shut it down. Lidl? Yeah. I had Lidl head office skanking out this morning. Lidl head office was skanking out because Lauren Laverne played it on BBC Six Music.
There we go.
They emailed in and said, you know what, we got the whole head office skanking out right now. Yes, man.
So little carrier bags are essential.
Bring a little carrier bag. That's gonna.
Is it strictly like no little bag, no entry? Is
no little bag, no entry. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Gotta be strict on
That's
that.
it. I want to see dedication.
Now you talk about the full spectrum of the music that you represent and the energy of the shows that are coming up. I mean, that's been nicely encapsulated in the album, which it's been out for a hot minute now.
Yes, it has. It has. We're blessed to have almost had 18-month campaign. That was what we planned for. It's longer than a lot of albums.
Exactly. Right, and off that is now the new single that you're going to be dropping.
Yep, the
Talk
sixth
to us
single.
about that, bro.
So it's a 6th single off the ABCDs titled Mr. Kunta Kinte.
Say that correctly.
Mr. Kunta Kinte.
Especially if you're on radio. You need to make sure the pronunciation is clear.
You know, enunciation. But yeah, that was a track that and please go check out the video, because it was really something that I felt I was going through. As in, you know, you're living a life in London, you're working multiple jobs, you're on your hustle, you're on your grind. You know, you guys are on your hustle, you're on your grind right now, but you're doing what you love. You
and
know,
what's
you're
required,
doing what you do and what's required. And I really wanted to put a message out there just for people to follow their passion. Yes, we all may have to do a little job here that you don't like, but you know, it's about your passion. And to go one step deeper into that, it's about your identity, you know, so saying, you know what, no, this is me, straight up.
And how difficult is that in this musical game to retain your identity and to be unique? Because to a lot of people, the pressure out there is too strong. But for you firmly, you do what you do.
I have to, because at the end of the day, when I'm going against the grain and I'm looking at, you know, a brother like Tiny Temper, who we grew up in the same area, and he's went on to smash records, like, you know, like put himself in the Hall of Fame for British music. You know, I understand his lane from the grassroots and the grassroots because it's the same grass. So for me, I could only stay in my lane. That's the only thing that's going to get me any success, if anything, is by being, you know, unapologetically me, straight up.
That's the way it's got to be, man.
Yeah, man, because I can't do anything else as good as someone else who's icing it. But I know there's one thing that they can do, that I can do, that they can't, and that's what I build upon.
That's what you're about.
That's
what you represent.
That's the one.
You mentioned about the length of the project with the album.
Yeah.
I mean, to release 6 singles is a lot.
It is a lot.
And before the album dropped, did you have specific kind of goals or objectives? And now we're 18 months down the line. Would you say any of those goals or objectives have been met? How do you evaluate that project?
So that's a fantastic question. As the head of my record label, get my chief executive hat on. We have achieved, I'll say, about 70% of our goals and objectives for the album. Yes, we've released 6 singles. We've had good support across the 6 singles. Which have tied into different social topics. Like Border Business was a single before this, and I went to Calais, the refugee camp, to shoot a video, to shoot a documentary.
Powerful.
And that was amazing to do. So we've been able to engage in consistent topics of conversation. We're still getting continuous support on radio, which for me is amazing. And some things that we wanted to happen, like, didn't happen, but you know, just got to keep moving forward. That's it. And just assess why and see, okay, if there's new music, and, you know, have that directive in the new music as well. Yeah.
Now, outside of the musical arena, you know, to remain truly unique, you know, you might do a degree.
Yeah.
You might dip your toe in psychology.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Matter of factly.
Any
kind of influence, any kind of, you know, looking at things from a different perspective?
All the time, because I chose I knew I wanted to do psychology for a while, but I think it just makes me just look at I'm more aware of, let's say, body language. I'm more aware of pauses. I'm more aware of eye contact. But a lot of people are as well. I guess it really comes in play with the lot of youth work that I do. And when I'm teaching young people, maybe I'm doing a performing arts workshop, I'm doing a drama workshop or a music workshop. Or one day I went to Lidl workshop. You know, it just helping me to understand everyone's unique mind. And, you know, I'm working with some youths who have Asperger's, some youths who have autism. So having just a little bit of a framework back there definitely does assist in that line of work that I do. But musically, I don't think it has any, bro. Nah. That's just so spiritual to me. Boom.
You're not out there like deeply critiquing artists and all this kind of stuff.
No,
you're letting it roll.
Yeah. It's not that deep.
It's all good. A little bit of advice I'd
Yes.
like you to give me, bro.
Okay.
If I'm going abroad on holiday, a long-earned holiday that I rarely get,
Yeah.
and I realise that, shit, someone has stolen my visa.
Oh no.
Exactly.
Oh no.
What am I to do? Help man out. What advice would you give me?
You lost your visa.
Stolen.
Hey.
Not even misplaced. Straight theft.
Somebody stole your visa. Well,
What's
you'd
the
have
bill to
to. Depends on where you are. If you're in Jamaica, you ain't got really some work you need to come back to. You know, you can afford to wait another 2-3 weeks for another visa to come to you and you soak up the sun. You know, if you're in Afghanistan, I don't know what you were doing there in the first place, but you need to get your ass out as either as a refugee or you need to go holler at the British embassy and be like, yo, please reimburse me, please.
So it's all down to location and where
It's
you
all down
find
to
yourself.
location, yeah, brother, where you find yourself. You know, imagine if you're in Bangladesh. Well, somebody stole your visa in the middle of the airport. Bangladeshi immigration officers like, nope, sorry, you're not going back to England. I don't know if you're from there.
Be prepared.
More of the story, don't lose your visa, man.
Let's put that in a song.
Yeah.
Now, what I
Part
like
two.
as well is I like the interaction that you've got going on with the fans.
Yeah.
And I've got a couple of quotes here that you
Cool.
may or may not have seen.
All right.
Based on some of your YouTube videos.
Yeah.
One of them is saying, you are creating socially relevant music that is refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is, you're giving voice to the voiceless. Now,
Yeah.
this is rap.
Yeah, that's rap.
And the final one, sending love from Norway.
Oh.
I would love to cook some food with you.
Yo.
And that was from Laura.
Is it? Who's Laura?
You tell me.
I don't know.
I think you need to. I think this situation needs to be taken to the DMs. You need to take it right down there.
DM, man. DM Laura.
So seeing, you know, with the kind of
Norwegian
music
porridge.
that you make and with a lot of love, like you said, the gigs you've done abroad, the UK tour, getting that love not only from fans in the UK but also further afield.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel, bro?
It makes me feel honoured, man. It makes me feel like I'm still gobsmacked at, you know, like, for example, we turned one day I went to Lidl into a theatre production in Berlin where we worked with part refugees, part community members, taking their stories and building it into a theatre production. We sold out 7 nights. Then we won a competition.
That's mad.
Out of hundreds of other plays from Switzerland, Austria and Germany. We won the competition to now perform the play, going from a 200-seater to about a 2,500-seater, so on like a national stage. And I'm just there looking at one day I went to Lidl. I was like 10 years ago, and I'm just like, whoa, that's awesome. Like, it's amazing. I you know, all I know is within that space, I've just carried on, just plucking away, developing. You know, started a family, and just continue just staying true, really. And yeah, that's what motivates me when people are like, keep going. You know, everyone says, yeah, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. That motivates me. It clocks in somewhere that, you know what, they've took their time out, they check it out. They might not quite understand it, but they see that it's got potential that, yo, keep going. So I appreciate that.
I mean, for me, what I find is you surround yourself by the right kind of people who are positive. You've got the right mindset, do things the right way.
Yeah, very important.
And you look forward and you make that stuff happen.
Yeah, man, you have to like surround yourself with positive people, you know, and just have honest people around you that can check you and that can let you know, look, this isn't going right, or that isn't going right, or this is going right, and, you know, can make you see a different point of view even if you don't want to see it. You know, that tough love.
Now listen, already you've outlined quite a lot that's going on in the future, in the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Any other little bits and pieces happening over this year you can let me know about, you can let the cameraman Darren know about, you can let security behind the camera who are trying to throw us out.
Trying to lock us out like I was in Lidl. We're going to wrap up. Last question, boss. What are we looking out for this year, aside from the tour? Just new music, fresh new music. I've got music videos that are in the vault, and I'm working on my second album, but depending on how that comes out, we'll see. But just new music, man, got to keep it constant.
Well, listen, bro, like we are literally getting thrown out. As
Literally, I feel like I'm in Lidl again, bro.
It's like armed police are turning up.
Security
The dogs are here.
Excuse me.
It's a madness. But listen, it's been great to link, bro.
Yo, I really appreciate it, bro. I really appreciate it. Just elbow nudge. Don't know.
There we go. But let's keep up the good work, man. I'm looking forward to checking your show.
Yes, bro.
I might try and check the one in Manchester.
Okay, cool.
And we'll just see what's
That's going to be a
on.
nice one. Yeah, come down. It's going to be rowdy, bro.
Wicked.
Yeah, man.